Welcome to an all-new installment of View the Right Thing. On this week's episode, Wes and Steve go from raunchy comedy to family-friendly fare as they close out 2016 with a double-header. First up is the 1992 cult comedy from writer, director, and performer Bobcat Goldthwait in Shakes the Clown. Then, in an abrupt but apt holiday closeout for the year, Wes and Steve take in the Emmy-nominated, Jim Henson produced and directed 1977 Christmas family film Emmett Otter's Jugband Christmas. And now, to take us out of 2016, it's time for the 25th episode of View the Right Thing.
Let's all go to the lobby. Let's all go to the lobby. Let's all go to the lobby to get ourselves a treat.
Hey, welcome back to another episode of View the Right Thing.
View the Right Thing. We're coming at you with a bit of a two-tone episode today.
Mm-hmm.
We're celebrating the holidays.
Mm-hmm.
We're also celebrating the 25th anniversary of a movie a lot of people never paid any attention to.
That seminal holiday classic.
Shakes the Clown.
Yeah, that's a good one. I had never seen it.
What else? Should we mention what other movie we're going to talk about, or should we let it be a surprise?
It won't be a surprise because it'll be in the title of the podcast
that's
episode.
True. So after we talk about Shakes the Clown, we're going to talk about one of my holiday favorites.
Yep. Mine too.
What's it called?
Emmett Otter's Jugband Christmas.
Yeah.
And there's a good reason we're going to talk about it, so make sure you stick around for that.
Please stick around.
Now, we've been doing a thing where the last movie we talk about is a spoiler-filled recent theatrical film.
Right.
I don't think we really got much to...
Well, we both saw Doctor Strange.
Yeah, I was thinking about that earlier, but the problem with
There's
that one...
not a lot to spoil in Doctor Strange.
Not a lot to spoil, and I only saw it once, and it's been a month and a half.
Yeah.
I don't know that I remember it well enough.
I saw it much more recently, but let's just say I was in a bit of an altered state.
Were you really?
Yeah.
I don't think I've ever seen Steve in an altered state, to my knowledge. Was it the second time you've seen it?
No, I've only seen it the one time.
And you saw it in an altered state?
Yeah, it was great, man.
I guess that's an interesting way to...
I was sitting dead center, very back row.
3D? You didn't do it right then if you didn't see it in 3D.
I think I saw it in 3D.
Oh, boy.
Yeah, I did.
Yeah. That's the only way to see Doctor Strange, really, is 3D.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure. Yes, because I remember going to the ticket taker and being like, oh, I need my glasses, dude. And he was like, what are you talking about, man? And then I said my 3D glasses. And then Doctor Strange was on, man.
You're a weirdo.
It was a fun way to watch it. Maybe I should watch it once in a normal state. How's your December, Wes?
Okay. You know.
I feel like it was just Halloween.
Yep.
And now it's already 8 days from Christmas?
Yeah.
7? 6?
It's a perfect way to date this episode.
5 golden rings.
No, how many days is it? It's not 5 yet, is it?
Not quite, but
after
we're very
tomorrow.
Close to Christmas Day.
No, not after tomorrow. What day is it? 17th? Ladies and gentlemen, it is the 17th.
You're listening to View the Right Thing, recorded on December 17th, 2016.
Yeah.
At approximately some time of day.
So I've noticed that in the last couple episodes, my voice is much louder, so I'm trying to remember to pull the microphone a little bit away from my mouth.
Oh, really? See, I always feel like whenever I listen back, you always seem very quiet.
I've had some, not complaints, but people tell me that I'm much louder than you.
Really?
Yeah, so what they do is they turn the volume down, then they can't understand you. It used to be the other way around.
Well,
it used to be you were really loud and I was quiet.
Huh.
You've given me the confidence, Steve.
Let's just both get right up on the microphone.
Like this?
Well, not like that, but...
I love you, microphone.
When I was doing radio, the rule was keep the microphone 1 fist length away from your...
I always saw it as like a hang loose sign.
Oh, see, I was told...
I
was told 1 fist length away from your face.
He
could all
very suggestively put his fist in front of his mouth.
I don't know if it was all that suggestive.
I mean, it was suggestive.
Was it?
In my mind. I was hoping for it.
Oh, boy.
All right, so...
you haven't seen Rogue One yet.
I have not seen Rogue One.
I saw it at 8 o'clock this morning.
Well, I care about family.
I do too.
I'm seeing it with my brother in New York at Christmas.
Just go see it and just don't tell anybody.
No,
Rogue One, could I get sued for this?
I don't know. Parody. I don't know.
Okay.
I saw La La Land.
I didn't see La La Land, but I've heard only good things.
Very fun.
Yeah.
Toe tapping.
Toe tapping, you say?
Yeah. Some good jazz in it.
Good jazz.
Yeah.
And toe tapping.
Yeah. And
did they smoke any jazz cigarettes in the movie?
not to my knowledge.
All right.
They didn't make a deal out of it if they did.
Okay.
All
right.
Ryan Gosling's great in it.
The Ling is great, huh?
Yeah.
All right.
He from what I understand, he took I think I read that he took 6 months of piano lessons.
Wow.
And he actually learned all of the songs that his character plays there's no CGI, no doubles for him playing the piano. And I read his first day on set, he had to play piano, and he got it in one take.
That is incredible.
Yeah.
Incredible.
Now, when you hear the music, though, it's not him playing. It's the composer actually playing it.
Okay. But at least his fingers are going to match.
I mean, I thought he was playing it in the movie. I absolutely thought he was playing. I was like, I had no idea Ryan Gosling was so talented.
That's awesome. Yeah. Well, he was a Mouseketeer for a while.
That's true. That's true.
They're always training those kids in music, usually more so than acting. But Gosling, man, he's one of our most talented guys.
Yeah, you see Half Nelson? You ever see that? Half Nelson?
I'm pretty sure that's the one where he's like a teacher, but he's on H, right?
Yeah, it's a tough movie, but he's so good in it.
Yeah. I'm going to have to revisit that because I don't remember much.
That's the earliest Gosling that I can remember.
Oh, really? Not Adventures of Young Hercules?
I never saw that.
What about Remember the Titans?
Oh, I forgot he was in that. I did see Gosling. It's the earliest Gosling that I knew it was Gosling.
Yeah.
So
I understand.
But Emma Stone's also really good in this.
Cool.
Definitely worthy of an Academy Award nomination.
Whoa. I
don't know if it's a win. I mean, it's worthy of a win. I think she's got such tough competition that she's going to have a hard time winning.
I'm going to tell you something.
Yeah.
And I don't think it's a secret at all.
Uh-huh.
What has Emma Stone been bad in?
I
guess that was asking you something rather than tell you. But to tell you, I don't really think Emma Stone's ever been bad in anything.
Yeah, I can't think of her being bad in anything.
I mean, they talk about how in Aloha she was supposed to be like half
Asian,
Chinese, half Hawaiian.
So
that was a miscasting.
I haven't seen
sure,
that.
But does that mean her performance was bad?
No, it does not mean that.
Wow.
Yeah, I like her in just about everything.
Yeah,
I actually really liked Easy A. Did you see that?
Oh, Easy A is great.
It's like a modern John Hughes film.
Yeah,
really
very good teen comedy in recent years.
There's a great Ferris Bueller moment in that movie.
There is?
Yeah, she delivers a Bueller line.
Oh, okay.
It's very great. Never had one listen.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Is that when she's singing that awful song over and over and over again?
No, I think she does that. I think she does. I think she plays it. I think she poorly plays an instrument. I think.
Okay.
Same kind of thing.
I think what we're both learning is I need to revisit Easy A one of these
I'll watch
days.
it one of these days. I got it over here.
Nothing wrong with Easy A, man. That's a fun flick.
Yeah, I mean, I liked her as Gwendolyn Stacy in the Spider-Man films.
Oh yeah. Your dog is looking at me in the cutest of ways.
Yeah, he likes to look at you.
He looks like a little baby deer.
We were just having a discussion the other day about who his best friend was.
Oh,
it's you. It's you. You're his best friend.
Thanks, Walt. You're one of my best friends.
It's because you call him Little Prince.
I don't play favorites.
He likes you so much.
I call my buddy's cat Little Prince too. It's not that special.
I got a video of Walt getting excited just before you came over today.
Oh, that's cute.
I'll show it to you after.
Okay. Should I spoil Rogue One for everybody
Absolutely
right now?
not.
Rogue
You'll be murdered.
Rogue One. Rogue One. Rogue One. Okay.
You seen the good previews? That is something new that we've talked about. I saw some good previews too.
Let's see. I watched the trailer for La La Land the other day.
Yeah.
I think I did. Maybe I didn't.
I took Desi to it, and I kept her away from everything. I knew she would want to see this movie, and that she'd really like it. So I was like, don't watch any trailers.
You Rapunzeled her.
Yeah, she didn't even know it was a musical.
Cool.
She loves musicals. Just real quick, just to finish up La La Land. Before we get into trailers. Two things I really liked about it. It's really one big thing. How much it paid tribute to musicals from like the 50s and 60s.
Cool.
It's definitely modern day, but it's got sort of that. Well, like if you ever seen the Umbrellas of Cherbourg?
I have not.
Really, really well known for its color palette.
All right.
And they definitely do some similar stuff with that.
Cool.
And then you've seen An American in Paris.
I have. We covered that on the show,
yeah.
did we not?
You didn't love American in Paris. I liked it quite a bit.
Well, I'm just not much of a musicals fan.
And it's old.
I have a hard time with really old movies. Yeah. It's not American in Paris' fault.
Yeah. There's definitely some American in Paris moments in it, and if you've seen that and you've listened to our podcast and the trivia and the facts that we've talked about, you'll really appreciate what you see in this film.
In La La Land.
Yeah, I mean, there's other stuff too. There's like some Singing in the Rain moments, and it's just this is a really nice, well-made film, and it's romantic, and it's funny, and it's sad. It's kind of hits the whole roller coaster of emotions. So
that's good.
I recommend it.
That's good.
Okay, so trailers.
Well, I'm a big fan of that new Guardians of the Galaxy trailer.
I haven't seen it yet. I'm hoping to see it. Apparently there's some...
Well, they use one of my favorite songs in it, which I won't say because I don't want to spoil anything for it. But let me tell you, people who cut the Guardians of the Galaxy trailer out there, you're doing it right.
Yeah.
Period. You're making a great set of trailers for this movie.
I feel like I've been seeing better trailers over the last several months.
Yeah.
That Cars 3 trailer, the teaser.
Ooh,
man, that's
right
so
when
good.
I was walking into Rogue One today, that was just ending.
Yeah.
And I was like, I'm walking into the last second of whatever this is, so I'm not going to pay too much attention to it. And then all of a sudden, something, and then Cars 3 is on the...
Yeah.
Is it 3?
Cars 3, yeah.
I thought they already made 3.
No.
But either way, I was like, that was Cars? Holy smokes.
It looks really... the animation looks pretty impressive.
Yeah.
And it's stakes raised, and
whoa.
It just seems like they're going to maybe go out with a bang or something.
Whoa. Going out with a bang. What else? I think the trailer for Manchester by the Sea makes that movie look very interesting. I've heard it's absolutely great.
I can't remember which one that is.
Casey Affleck and Michelle Williams. And
I don't think I saw that.
It looks pretty cool. One of the guys who I was rooming with in Colorado said that he saw it, and it was probably his favorite movie of the year.
Wow.
Manchester by the Sea. It's about a small town in Massachusetts, bro.
Okay.
Manchester by the Sea. That's the actual name of the town.
All right.
Wes, you keep smirking at me like that. I'm going to have to pull your card.
All right.
That was from Gone Baby Gone.
Yeah.
That's what Casey Affleck, one of his lines.
Yeah.
I'm going to have to pull your card.
Speaking of Affleck and director Ben Affleck.
Oh, yeah.
He's got a new movie coming out that looks really cool.
Wait, which one?
It's called...
Live by Night?
Live by Night.
Man, I auditioned for that.
Man, it looks
Maybe
awesome.
I didn't audition for that. Maybe I just put in two. I don't know.
It's a 1930s gangster film.
Well, here's the thing.
Yeah.
I want it to be awesome.
Yeah.
A couple years ago, I wanted Gangster Squad to be awesome.
Yeah, Gangster Squad was rough. Also had Gosling and Emma Stone. Gangster Squad.
That's true.
Yeah.
How many movies have they done together now?
Just that one, I think.
No, because weren't they both in Crazy Stupid
Love? You're right.
And now La La Land. So at least 3, and I feel like there might even be one more.
I don't know.
Wasn't Emma Stone, wasn't she the jacket in Drive?
She was the jacket in Drive.
Yeah, she was the scorpion jacket.
No. So the Live by Night looks really cool. Prohibition era gangster film.
Cool.
Looks cooler than Gangster Squad to me. Elle Fanning in it.
All right.
Super excited. I think it's going to be really cool.
Live by
Night. And it's directed by Ben Affleck, so...
He's got a good track record with the directing.
But you know what's weird? In the trailer, they're like, from the director of Argo and... what was the other one? The Town. Yeah. And I was like... Just say Ben Affleck. Everybody knows who Ben Affleck is. That'll get people excited.
Very true.
People know he directs.
Yeah, well, then again, though, I mean, you and I know he directs. People here in Los Angeles know. I
think people know after Argo.
Those flyover states get pretty forgetful, my friend. They're all still hung up on J-Lo.
Yeah.
They're all still hung up on...
I think people know he directed Argo. Also takes place in Boston.
Boston.
Not surprised at all.
Boston during the Prohibition era.
Chris Cooper.
Live by Night, bro.
It's a really good cast. Let me pull up the cast, because it's like a really, really stellar cast.
You say their names, and then I'll repeat them with a Boston accent.
Okay, this is going to be great. Okay, Live by... All right, I'm going to start you out with a tough one.
Live by Night with a tough one.
Ready?
Yeah.
You got your Boston accent ready?
Yeah.
Zoe Saldana.
Zoe Saldana. That was a little Brooklyn-y.
Yeah.
But it's okay, because...
Ben Affleck.
Ben Affleck, bro.
Don't just say bro after. That doesn't count. Scott Eastwood.
Scott Eastwood.
Elle Fanning.
Elle Fanning.
This is not that impressive.
None of them have an R in their names.
Sienna Miller.
Oh, Sienna Miller, bro. Hot stuff. Hot stuff.
Brendan Gleeson.
Brendan Gleeson, great dude.
Anthony Michael Hall.
Anthony Michael Hall.
This is not going well. Titus Welliver.
Oh, Titus Welliver. No kidding, bro.
Chris Cooper.
Chris Cooper.
Max
from
Casella.
Adaptation. Max Casella. No kidding.
Yeah, it should do it.
Max Casella. Wait, who's Max Casella? Why can't I remember who he is?
Max Casella is...
I'm like, I know that's great, but I can't picture him.
He was on Vinyl. He's in the new Jackie movie with Natalie Portman. He plays Jack Valenti in
Oh,
Jackie.
Cool.
Yeah.
Oh, about Jackie Kennedy, right?
Yeah.
Beth Grant's going to be in that movie.
Okay.
She plays LBJ's wife, if I'm not mistaken.
Did you see Killing Them Softly?
With Brad Pitt
and
Scoot McNairy
and Max Casella.
I gotta look him up. I gotta look up his picture now.
Here, I got it right here.
Crazy.
Look. I got it right here. Look at this guy.
There he is.
Look at this guy.
Yeah, okay, Max Casella, yeah.
Max
Wait
Casella.
a minute, wasn't he Vinny from Doogie Howser?
Yeah. He was.
Shame on me. Max Casella, I've loved you forever, my
Benny
friend.
Fazio on Sopranos.
Yeah, and he was in Boardwalk Empire.
Yeah, sure. I didn't see Boardwalk Empire.
How could I see? That's the problem. Every time I see him on screen, I just think Vinny from Doogie Howser, and that's wrong of me to do.
There's a guy on Orange is the New Black that every time I see him, I'm like, is that Vinny from Doogie Howser? It's not.
It's not him, though.
No. This guy's younger, and he was in The Big Short, this other guy. But
cool.
Anyways, other trailers. I saw trailer for Fences.
Fences with
Denzel
Washington and Viola Davis.
Directed by Denzel Washington, I believe.
Oh, that's cool.
Written and directed by Denzel Washington, based on a play. Looks great.
Fences.
I'll
have to check it out.
Great. There was a movie that I normally would kind of pshaw.
Yeah.
I'll kind of pan it like that. I'm not into these like ultra spiritual, this like little movie movement that's going on. This like poorly budgeted, poorly made spiritual thing going on. These Christian movies. You know what I'm talking about? Like there's a Jennifer Garner one where the kid falls out of the tree.
Oh yeah,
that kind of thing. That's kind of like a movement going on right now.
Yeah.
We saw a trailer for a movie called The Shack.
The Shining.
No, The Shack. With Sam Worthington.
The Shack Fu.
Yes.
Sam Worthington from Avatar. And
Terminator Salvation.
And
The Clash of the Titans.
And that surfing movie. Yeah.
So this movie...
Sam Worthington, okay.
Looks better than those other films typically do.
The Shack.
It's... I guess it's about this guy. I think it might be based on a book.
Yeah.
Whose daughter goes missing and... Like, she's kidnapped and killed. Like a little girl.
Oh, no.
And it, like, destroys him. And he gets a letter. A mysterious letter.
Yeah.
And it brings him back out to the shack where they find the girl's body.
Boo.
Right? It doesn't sound like one of those movies yet, right?
He has to find his own daughter's body?
Well, no. he goes
She's
out.
already been found.
She's already been found long. She's dead.
Okay.
At least that's what they allude to in the preview. I guess I don't really know. But anyways, this note, turns out it's an invitation to meet and speak with God.
Whoa.
This is where it gets iffy. And he gets sort of welcomed into this world. I don't know if they're angels or what, but it looks a bit like that Robin Williams movie, What Dreams May Come.
Oh yeah.
It looks like it's got a little bit of that going on with it.
That's pretty wild.
So I'm not totally like psyched to see it, but I'm not turning my nose up at it yet.
Yeah.
It looks like it could be good.
Octavia
Spencer.
Sounds like a cool idea.
Octavia Spencer's in it.
The Shack. Sam Worthington and Octavia Spencer.
Yeah.
I hear if you see a little sign at the side of the road, it says 15 miles to the Love Shack.
Yeah.
Where you can watch the Shack.
Oh.
While you make love.
Oh. About dead little girls.
Ugh.
I don't think that's what you want to...
You took it to a bad place. I was trying to reference a great song.
Great.
I was trying to reference a great song by the B-52s.
So we saw another preview.
Yeah.
For Sing.
Sing, is that the
with the singing animals?
CGI with the animals?
Which I already wanted to see.
Yeah.
But this was another example of a really, really great trailer. I think people are making really good trailers right now.
Cool.
And they did a whole thing with Dream On.
Don't like that song.
I know a lot of people don't like Dream On. They don't like Aerosmith. But you know what? If you pair it with the right visuals, man.
Yeah.
It made this movie look really good.
I understand. Dream On. Maybe I'll look it up, because here's the thing.
Yeah.
Dream On, probably a good song.
Yeah.
But you can tell it was Aerosmith trying to write their Stairway to Heaven.
Yeah,
and
or like
and it's like, okay, maybe if Stairway didn't exist, maybe I'd love Dream On. But the bottom line is Stairway does exist. So when Dream On starts, I just think this is them trying to have their Stairway. Click. Sorry, guys.
Yeah. I feel like there's
super rich rock and rollers for the last 40 years.
Really great trailer that we saw. The Mummy trailer looks good.
Does the Mummy trailer look good?
You don't think the Mummy trailer looked good?
Well, here's the thing.
It looks like a Mummy movie with Mission Impossible Mummy.
Yes. And
I'm all for that.
And that part's kind of cool. But I feel like the trailer shows way too much.
I don't think so.
I felt like it showed way too much.
I think it's going to surprise us. I think Universal has something up its sleeve with this whole monster franchise.
Really hope they do.
Well, I'm curious to see how it's going to unfold, like what the next monster movie is.
I am too.
And how they're going to bring it all together.
I'm pretty sure the next one is going to be Creature from the Black Lagoon.
I was going to say they should do something a little bit less or less made.
Did you hear who's playing the creature?
No. Are you messing with me right here? It feels like you're messing with me.
Of course.
Yeah. Who are you going to say? Justin Bieber?
Roseanne.
The Bieber from the Black Lagoon. What?
Roseanne is going to play the creature.
Yeah.
That's not true at all, folks. No. That was a joke I was making. I really hope they have some sort of great idea in mind for this, because Dracula Untold?
I actually didn't have a big problem with it.
Could have been a lot better.
Oh, could have been a lot better, of course, which is why it's not part of the series.
Yeah.
But yeah. So for people that don't know, Universal is remaking all their monster movies, and then they're all going to come together in one big monster Avengers movie.
Yeah.
So, and the fact that they're starting this off with Tom Cruise, I think tells you something.
That's a huge step in the right direction. Yeah. Say what you want to about the man, but he's in some pretty cool movies.
Yeah. I love Tom Cruise.
I have nothing against Tom Cruise.
I hear he's a good guy.
I hope he's a good guy.
I hear he's a nice guy. I hear he's very professional.
Yeah.
I hear he's very kind and caring. And he's very giving to his cast and crew.
Oh, that's cool. Way to go, Tom.
He gave everybody motorcycles once.
Say what?
Yeah, I think it was Mission Impossible 2. He gave the entire cast and crew motorcycles.
Everybody got a motorcycle?
I think that's what I read. Yeah, everybody got motorcycles.
Holy shnikes. Way to go, Tom Cruise.
I mean, it's not unheard of for actors to do some sort of crazy thing, bring in a bunch of food trucks or...
Sure.
You know, some sort of big gesture. I mean, motorcycles. I guess if you think about it, I mean, motorcycles are like $7,000-8,000.
Still, to buy one for everybody in the cast and crew.
Tom Cruise is pretty wealthy.
That's also true. He was in all the right moves.
He probably sneezes that much money out of his nose.
Ah.
And then people say, that's nothing to sneeze at. And you're like, no, Tom Cruise does.
He's done the research.
Yeah. Any other trailers? You see, I feel like I shared all the trailers I could think of.
You know, I went and saw... oh, no, that was at somebody's home. Never mind. I watched Star Trek Beyond the other day, finally.
Oh, I have it. I was gonna invite you over for it, but I've been sick.
Yeah, that was at home, and so there were no trailers.
Do you like Star Trek Beyond?
It was pretty cool.
Was it a little sad seeing Anton Yelchin?
No, that was heartbreaking, man.
Well, and there's that moment where they are sort of toasting to those gone, and then the next shot is Anton Yelchin, and it's just like...
yeah, that was heartbreaking, and I'm pretty sure they knew what they were doing.
Oh, absolutely. Absolutely.
Star Trek Beyond to the new Mummy movie.
Yeah.
That girl who's all white in Star Trek Beyond. She's going to be the new Mummy.
Oh, she's the mummy?
Yeah, she's a lady mummy.
Lady mummy. She's a mummy.
I was listening to something recently where they were talking about the Brendan Fraser, Arnold Vosloo mummy movies.
Yeah.
And whoever it was just so convinced that Billy Zane was the mummy. And nobody on this podcast about movies corrected her.
What?
Nobody said, oh, actually, that's Arnold Vosloo. Very accomplished guy in his own right.
Right.
Not Billy Zane. Nobody corrected her.
Wow.
Made me a little furious.
Yeah. Yeah. I mean, it's tough. It's tough sometimes when you're doing the podcast, and we've said some things wrong before.
I've made huge mistakes.
Yeah.
Nobody's come forward and corrected my Goodfellas mistake yet, which I have now even forgotten what the right answer was.
Yeah, you were going to give a prize away for that.
I was, but it's too late.
It's too late now. He doesn't even remember it.
Listeners, if you manage, if you manage to get to my front door, knock on my front door, and I'm home, and then you tell me,
don't invite them to do that.
You tell me what the mistake was I made on the Goodfellas podcast, I will take you out for a meal at Tommy's.
Folks, this is not a great offer. This is how you get shot, Steve.
I will take you out.
This is how you get shot.
Have you seen my neighborhood?
People get shot there. And
I know.
This is why people get shot there.
No.
They invite podcast listeners over.
I can probably guarantee you that of all the people that have been shot in my neighborhood, none of it had anything to do with a podcast. Mm-hmm. Oh, boy, knock on wood. Should we talk about Shakes the Clown?
Yeah, I feel like there was one trailer I really wanted to talk about, but I can't remember what it was.
Oh, gosh. Was it...
Saw the Passengers trailer again.
Passengers is all right.
I'm done seeing that trailer, I'm telling you.
It's fun. And
Fate of the Furious.
I have not watched that trailer.
8 of the Furious?
Yes, Fast and the Furious Part 8. Fate of the Furious.
Really, really surprised at the direction they're going with it.
Well, it sounds like it's going to be the very last one with a title like that.
I would like for them to. I would have liked for them to end it on the last one. There's a couple things I really don't like. In the trailer.
You can say it. I'll probably watch it when I leave here.
Everybody but Paul Walker pretty much is kind of back.
All right, that makes sense. Even Kurt Russell.
Kurt Russell's back.
Nice.
Jason Statham's back.
What?
Yep. So seriously, do you want me to tell you?
Sure.
So Dom
is hilarious now.
Dom is the bad guy being a terrorist with Charlize Theron. Charlize Theron.
Wow.
Against his former team, including Letty.
No way.
And The Rock and Jason Statham team up with the team to take Dom down.
No way, dude.
That's the plot of the movie. And there's a pretty shocking moment near the end of the trailer that people I think like hardcore fans of the series, like if they stick with it remotely, which I don't think they will, but if it's like true or whatever, I think it would be like a slap in the face to the series.
Wow.
So that's why I don't think it can be.
So the trailer is making it look like Dom is now a terrorist.
Oh no! They like
Dominic
like
Toretto.
the team like pins him down. Like in a car, like cars, they like shoot tethers into his car so he can't drive away, and he schools them. So, whoa. Yeah, they definitely are up against each other in this new. What I don't like is I don't like Jason Statham joining the team.
That seems like a very strange move.
This guy spent a year trying to kill us all. Yeah, so now he's on our team.
Killed his own brother. So that he would have an easier time getting to and killing all of them.
Yeah, it's kind of...
And now they're trying to say he's a good guy. This is very weird. What I want to happen is when I go see the movie, I want the movie to open with the trailer. And then Dom wakes up from a bad dream and he's like, no, I'm still a good guy. And I still live my life a quarter mile at a time.
You know what? You know what other trailer I need to see during Rogue One? I haven't seen this trailer yet. Spider-Man Homecoming.
I have not watched that yet either.
I refuse to watch it.
I am kind of in the same boat because so much stuff has just been getting spoiled over and over again for just everything. So
yeah, I'm looking at trailer lists right now, and I'm like, oh yeah, I like this trailer, and I like this trailer. Baywatch looks good.
Baywatch does look good.
Baywatch looks really good.
Yeah, looks hilarious.
War for the Planet of the Apes. I'm in.
Ooh, I haven't seen that trailer.
Yeah, I'm in for that. It's got Woody Harrelson in it.
Really?
Yep.
Whoa. Woody for the Planet of the Apes. Your ice just shifted in your cup over there.
Kong Skull Island looks awesome.
I want to see that. I haven't even watched the trailer. I just want to see it.
John C. Reilly looks really funny in it.
And Kong Skull Island?
Yeah.
Cool.
It's nice to know they're like taking sort of a fun tongue-in-cheek kind of way. Not totally, but
I get you.
Enough to... Yeah, all right. We can stop talking about trailers.
Yeah, man. I
can talk all night about some of these trailers.
'Tis the season to put out a bunch of good movie trailers. Let's dig into Shake.
Slight. You hear about Slight?
Slight, no.
It's a kind of a hip-hop magic heisty kind of movie.
Okay. Yeah. Is anybody that I know in it?
Maybe that Smith kid is maybe in it.
That Smith kid? Jaden Smith?
Yeah, maybe that one. I don't remember.
I like Jaden Smith. I'm all right with him.
Smurfs, The Lost Village. No, I'm just joking. I'll just check Slight so that way I'm not like offending people, being racist or something.
Slight.
No, not that kid.
Oh, Jaden Smith is not in it? I tell you what, man. I want to know where those other 6 episodes of The Get Down are.
I haven't watched it.
I love it, and I watched it twice.
The trailer looked good. Dule Hill is in this movie, though.
Oh, cool.
Slight. You watched it twice?
It's only 6 episodes so far, man. It's 6 episodes, and it's just like it goes by like that. And I'm like, at the end of episode 6, I didn't know it was only 6 episodes. And it ends and puts me right back on episode 1, and I'm just like, whoa, that was all? Broke my heart, dude.
Yeah.
But they say there's supposed to be 6 more episodes coming real soon. And so far, I haven't seen them. I got to sneeze real bad.
So tell me if this doesn't sound good to you. First of all, it's a Blumhouse film.
Cool.
A young street magician is left to care for his little sister after their parents' passing and turns to illegal activities to keep a roof over their heads. Whoa. When he gets in too deep, his sister is kidnapped and he is forced to use his magic and brilliant mind to save her.
Huh. Slight. Could be pretty cool.
Slight. Jacob Lattimore. From some stuff.
The name's not ringing a bell.
He was in The Maze Runner.
The Maze Runner.
He was in Ride Along and Black Nativity.
Ride Along and Black Nativity.
I wanted to see Black Nativity. I didn't get to see it. He's the kid. He's the main kid in that.
All right. Way to go, Jacob Lattimore.
Do your thing.
I actually watched Maze Runner 2 in this very living room.
No, you
without
did not.
you.
Oh, I was going to say, you did not. I went and saw Maze Runner 2 with that stupid side screens.
Oh, yeah. You were telling me about that. Yeah, I think we've talked about that on the podcast. And I remember it being a pretty disappointing story. Should we dive into Shakes the Clown, or should we talk about the movie that I just went and made?
Yeah, you know what? Let's just real quick.
All right. There's not a lot to tell, but
what can you say about it? What's it called?
It's called Ice.
Just Ice.
Ice. It's about young lady figure skaters.
Steve plays one of the young ladies.
I do in the sequel. No, I don't know. No, I play the leading lady's uncle, so to speak. Mm-hmm. Her dad's best friend. And it was a really cool time. It was my first time being flown out of state to make a movie. Oh. And that was quite an adventure. And I got to go 9,000 feet above sea level into the Rocky Mountains.
That's cool.
Where everything is covered with snow.
Yeah.
Plows are constantly moving around on the roads, and they cannot get down to the actual blacktop of the road. It's just snow and ice, snow and ice. You better have good tires and chains.
Did you enjoy it?
Dude, I had such a blast. Yeah. It's just so beautiful up there. Winter Park, Colorado.
Did you get to see any figure skating while you were there?
I didn't.
Because you're not in any of those scenes?
I'm not in any of the figure skating scenes. And, I mean, they're working on a pretty tight schedule. So most of this figure skating happened before I got there and is happening now after I'm gone. But it was pretty cool. I got to room with Patty Dempsey, who plays the lead's dad.
Patrick Dempsey?
Patty O. Dempsey.
Oh, I don't know who that is.
You remember Miracle with Kurt Russell?
Yes.
He was Rizzo.
Rizzo, all right.
I know, right?
Yeah, that's awesome.
I'm a big fan of that movie. The girl who is producing it and wrote it is a big fan of that movie. Yeah. And she was like, I might be getting him to play my dad in the movie. And I was like, I'm excited. And she's awesome. Like, I know, so am I. Yeah, it was really cool. Really, really cool guy. So great to meet him. We did have some Kurt Russell talk.
How could you not? I mean,
I know, right?
You're such a big Trouble in Little China fan.
I was like, yo, I need to talk to you about Kurt Russell. He's like, oh, yeah, dude, Kurt was the greatest. So that part was cool. And then we knocked out my scenes pretty quick, and then I woke up the next morning and flew back to L.A., and
wow,
it all feels like a dream.
Yeah, I can't wait to see it.
I can't wait to see it either.
All right, Viewsters.
Yeah.
I'm putting it on you.
Right.
Make this movie a huge hit.
Let's do this. You can already check them out on Twitter and Instagram at Ice the Movie.
No underscores or anything, just Ice the Movie.
Yep, all one word. At Ice the Movie.
I'm gonna follow it right now.
Go for it. And yeah, and like they're constantly posting pictures and stuff like that. It's real cool. People are getting excited, myself included. And,
so who wrote this movie?
A young lady named Madison Bullock.
And she's in the movie.
She is playing the lead figure skater.
So she must look young. If she's grown up enough to write it.
Yeah.
And also
be
young
enough to play a competitive figure skater. Yeah, but I wish I could have seen them skate, man, because like all I hear from everybody is like they're just like, you would not believe
the movie
how these girls, they just hop out onto the ice and they just start doing things that you like only see at the Olympics.
Which one is she? She the dark-haired girl or the blonde girl?
The dark-haired girl.
Dark-haired girl.
The blonde girl is Lisa. She's also great. I'm very excited about ice. Yeah, it occurs to me I did not ask permission to talk about it on this podcast, but I think we'll be all right.
Ask for permission, and then we'll pretend that we recorded it after.
There you go.
You asked for permission. I'm scrolling through.
No, because I remember when I first got offered the role, and I was like, can I mention this on my podcast? They were like, yeah, go right ahead, man. Like, publicize. You know what I'm saying?
You talked about our podcast? That's nice.
Yeah.
Were you talking about a different podcast?
This podcast.
Okay. Not your other podcast?
Well, I think we did our Halloween episode like right after I got offered the role, if I'm not mistaken.
I remember you talking about it.
Yeah. So yeah, they're cool with it, and it's not like I'm giving away any major plot points or anything.
I'm looking at their photos right now.
It's a cool bunch, man. Great bunch of people. It was such a great adventure. I did get an altitude headache my first morning there. That was pretty painful, but other than that, it was a great time.
Look at this kid running on a treadmill.
Some good running, kid.
That's behind the scenes, man.
Good running.
Who's that kid?
She might play one of the younger skaters.
Gotcha.
Figure skaters.
Yeah, there's a whole bunch of kids there.
Oh, yeah. They're reading. It looks like they're doing some reading. Good. Keep reading, kids. If you're out there, read books.
Reading. Well, I'm glad that you got to do that, and I'm excited that
I am too, man.
You again on screen.
Now what I got to do is I'm about to go home for Christmas. I got to find a movie being made in Harrisburg and just be in it while I'm there.
All right.
Just be like, yo, put me in this movie. I'm already right here. I'm already in SAG. Just put me in this movie while I'm here, yo.
Yeah.
We'll see what happens. Hey, should we talk about Shakes the Clown?
Yeah, I mean, we're just like 30 minutes into this, but...
I was worried we might be even longer in.
Nah.
So this year, just a few weeks ago, marked the 25th anniversary of the movie Shakes the Clown.
Yeah.
Starring and directed by Bobcat Goldthwait.
And you missed going to the screening, huh?
I did. I missed going to the 25th anniversary screening of it.
Could have had your DVD signed.
I suppose I might have.
Yeah.
I suppose I might have. But this has been one of my favorite movies since I was a really young kid. I remember renting this with my dad and brother one weekend, just thinking, oh, Bobcat Goldthwait's in this. Let's check it out. And I just remember laughing my face off.
Your face.
And, yeah, my face right off.
It's a good movie, Face Off.
And is it a good movie?
I mean, it's fun.
It's fun. And it's popular.
It's good in the sense that it's fun.
Sure. I want to take his face off. Did you see Spy, by the way, with...
I saw everything but the end. I saw it on the plane.
Oh, all right. Statham has a great face-off joke in Spy. It's not even a joke. He literally just says, look, put me in a face-off machine, and I'll... And it's just funny that he thinks face-off machines are real.
Yeah.
Made me laugh. Statham, you can be funny, my friend. I love it.
So I had never seen Shakes the Clown before.
Never, ever.
Ever, ever, ever.
So I just popped your Shakes the Clown cherry.
I guess you could say that.
Whoa.
Yeah,
it's fun.
It's fun. It's as Face Off is fun.
Yeah.
This is fun in a very different way.
In a very different way, but it's very funny. You got a pre-Saturday Night Live Adam Sandler in this movie.
Yeah. You know what it kind of reminded me of? I mean, it's a different kind of wacky.
Yeah.
But it reminded me of, like, if UHF had been rated R.
Oh, sure.
I feel like this is what the humor would have been.
Sure. I can agree with that completely.
And I love UHF.
Me too.
Although I love UHF because of its innocence.
Yeah.
The whole fire hose and the oatmeal. And
supplies.
You're so stupid.
UHF is just so much great stuff.
We should do a UHF episode.
The lightsaber effects on the mop.
Oh, yeah.
Conan the Librarian.
Oh, it's so good.
So good.
Indy at the beginning. Twinkie Wiener Dog. Holy cow. That's a good movie. All right, let's talk about that another time.
Yeah.
Maybe we'll have to do a UHF if the Viewsters demand it.
Viewsters, if you want us to do an episode about Weird Al's UHF, tweet at us at VTRTmovies, hashtag you don't know UHF.
Okay.
Is that complicated enough?
And we'll get Al Yankovic to join us on the episode.
Wouldn't that be something? Oh,
hey, man, you never know.
I've met him. I could be like, hey, I'm that super sweaty guy that you met on the set of Impress Me a couple years ago.
The super sweaty. He's like, which one?
Dude, it was like July 3rd.
Yeah.
And it was just one of the hottest days I can ever remember, and I had to be in front of a camera, and I was so sweaty that day.
Yeah.
It was gross.
Okay. So Shakes the Clown. I've never seen it. It's funny.
Starts off with a scene that is now very sad.
Yeah, well, this year.
Yeah.
As of this year, it's pretty sad.
As of this month, right?
The late, great... No, last month, right?
I thought it was just like a couple of days ago,
maybe.
wasn't it?
No, I think it was like right around Thanksgiving, right? So it was close to this month.
Maybe it was.
I don't remember. So
our point is the late, great, beautiful, wonderful Florence Henderson is in the first scene of this movie.
All trashed up.
Trashed up pretty bad. She and Shakes the Clown had a one-night stand because Shakes likes to drink.
And you know this because she's got clown makeup all over her face.
She's got his makeup all over her face. They clearly had a two-person party. And the movie starts the morning after that. Shakes is drunk on a bathroom floor. She's drunk on her living room couch. And her son goes into the bathroom and accidentally pees on Shakes' face.
Yeah.
Way to start the movie. And it just keeps getting funnier from there, if you ask me. I have to sneeze again.
I like, so Julie Brown is in this movie?
Julie Brown from the old MTV days.
Not downtown Julie Brown
right.
from the MTV days.
The other Julie Brown.
Not the VJ, the not VJ, Julie Brown.
Yeah, what was she up to on MTV in those days?
She
hosted some videos, didn't she?
Well, but she was sort of like a funny sort of joke version of the VJs, I think. I don't think she was considered.
I guess that makes
she
sense.
Wasn't like Kurt Loder or Duff or
yeah, that's true.
She wasn't one of them.
That's true. She was sort of like a Randy of the Redwoods. Like, she didn't actually post, but for some reason, they were always kind of throwing to her. Yeah. That's what it was. She was kind of like a reporter out on the street.
Kind of like that. She almost like she was like the equivalent of a weather girl.
Yeah, a little bit.
They don't do the weather on MTV, but that would be what she would do if she was on a...
Yeah, they'd be like, here's Julie Brown with this and that. Yeah.
And it would be something silly.
Man, MTV, how it has changed.
Yep.
How it has...
The Viewsters, some of these Viewster kids, they have no idea what we're talking about. They're like... Was she on Teen Mom?
No.
What did I watch recently where they were like, next up on MTV, Teen Mom, followed by Teen Wolf, followed by Teen Wolf Mom.
Nice.
I can't remember what that was, but it cracked me up.
That sounds funny. That's a good joke.
Oh, it was Saturday Night Live.
Oh, excellent.
Yeah.
XLN.
All right, we're way off again.
Way off base.
I told you I was going to have a tough time tonight.
Right. So Shakes is a birthday party clown who's clearly got a drinking problem. The movie has been hailed as the Citizen Kane of alcoholic birthday party clown movies.
Yeah?
That's a quote from some reviewer. Let me IMDb it and see who exactly
What's its Rotten Tomato score? Should we look at that?
Yes, you look that up.
Okay.
I'll look up...
Here, let me vamp a little while you're looking that up.
I'll look up the Shakes the Clown quote.
Yeah, it's funny. We would see somebody in this movie, and I'd be like, I'd either know who they were immediately, or, like, for example, I was like, is that Milton Berle?
Yeah.
And you're like, it looks like him. Turns out Milton Berle.
It was Milton Berle.
I didn't quite recognize Tom Kenny.
No.
The voice of SpongeBob.
Yeah, and he is the best part of the movie.
He is hands down. No disrespect to anybody else in the film.
Right.
He is hands down the best part of that film.
Binky the Clown is the greatest villain.
Every line he utters was like exactly how it should be done.
Yeah.
It was just like there's no other take for that. There's no other choice for that.
Yeah, Tom Kenny's awesome. Tom Kenny, if you're listening, we think you're awesome, bro.
If I see him at the comic book store again, I'll say something.
Cool.
I'll say, hey, my buddy just showed me Shakes the Clown for the first time. You were amazing. That's what I'll say. Oh, man,
say that. And then he'll go, another red letter day for Binky the Clown. Now I gotta kill you.
I think he'll say thank you, but be like, I wish he hadn't brought it up.
No, I think Tom Kenny knows how Shakes the Clown has a cult following and all that. He's a hip dude. I can't find that line. Anywho.
Yeah. Sorry, excuse me. Shakes the Clown. Ooh, 38%.
Yowza, really?
Yeah.
Holy shnikes.
I don't know if I go out and be like, oh, this is a great film. But I get why you love it. I get why, it's definitely fun.
Yeah, it's very fun. It's very funny. It's a little bit of an eye-opener,
Yeah.
There's a little bit of a throw, like, to, hey, addiction's a problem and we should all be working on it together.
Yeah, it's interesting how central that idea was.
Yeah.
And how caring his friends were. I think in a lot of other movies, the friends aren't really that caring. Like, you look at a movie like, got my mic turned.
Oh.
You look at a movie like, different themes, but like Dirty Work, for example, where it's like a similar kind of style of comedy.
Yeah.
And just everybody's unlikable and there are no redeeming qualities, really.
Yeah.
I enjoyed the movie Dirty Work, but it's harder to like kind of root for anybody.
Sure.
But in this, like his friends, Adam Sandler and the guy's name. He was
Stinky the Clown.
Stenchy the Clown.
Stenchy the Clown.
Stenchy the Clown, who was always like in a dress or whatever. Blake Clark.
Yes.
Also, I believe might not be alive anymore.
IMDb says he's still alive.
Okay, so he's the one that took over.
You're thinking of when his character died on Boy Meets World.
No. I think he took over. So, no. The original Slinky Dog was Vern or Ernest, right?
Oh yeah,
and
Ernest
this guy has a similar voice. I think he took over for.
Yeah. Okay.
Him, which is what. But Florence Henderson died.
Yeah.
And then this has a small part for another great comedian.
Oh, I almost don't know if I even want to spoil that. Well, if you're listening to this, we should have watched Shakes the Clown.
But another late great comedian.
Yeah.
Maybe arguably the greatest comedian in my lifetime.
certainly within the top 5.
Yeah, I can't think of a better like stand-up improv. Yeah. Well, we'll get there. We'll get there in a bit.
All right. So Shakes, he's got this drinking problem. It's affecting his work. He keeps winding up late for gigs. One day, his buddies try to talk him out of drinking because he completely missed a gig. And then what does he do? He goes to a gig, a birthday party for children. Those are his gigs, right? Now, Shakes is arguably the best clown in town. I mean, we see him doing all these great tricks. So it's sort of like, you know, he's the best, but he's got this drinking problem, and it keeps messing up his scheduling. He's drunk in front of kids, this and that. So then he goes and he rages out at this party. He smashes a bunch of stuff, breaks a bunch of property. The birthday boy's mom has to, like, knock him out with a little sculpture, and he loses his job with probably the number one clown hiring company in town.
Palookaville is the name of the town.
Good old, his boss, Owen Cheese, has to fire him from being a birthday party clown. And then somebody murders Owen Cheese and frames Shakes for the murder.
Yeah.
Terrifying. Ooh,
this is great. You're just whipping through here. That's great, because then we can go back and talk about some of the things we liked and didn't like.
Yeah.
So what happens after he gets framed for murder?
Well, he manages to wake up before the police find him, and so he goes underground.
Well, he
disguises himself
like the $6 million man. No.
Yeah, he escapes from the scene of the crime. He gets into a car chase with some rodeo clowns who helped frame him for the murder. Basically, there's a hierarchy of clowns in this world. So, like, rodeo clowns are the toughest. Then there's birthday party clowns, and then below them is mimes.
Well, it seems like actually the very top, I don't know about it's toughest. You're right about tough. That's the hierarchy of toughest.
Yeah.
But it seems like the top clown is television clowns.
Right. Very true.
It's like television, rodeo, party, then...
Yeah, but any television clown would definitely be afraid of a rodeo clown.
Maybe. Or they're too powerful.
Shakes,
too powerful. Pinky wasn't afraid of those rodeo clowns.
Well, because he was buying cocaine from them.
Yeah, it's true.
You know, he knew that they were in business together. Oh,
sorry, I keep coughing.
That's all right. I dropped my phone. Yeah, so Shakes goes on the run. The rodeo clowns, they think that they've run him off the road
and killed him.
But Shakes manages to hide out with his girlfriend and disguise himself as a mime.
Who they previously have shown they hate mimes and they beat up mimes.
They beat up mimes. It's actually pretty terrible when they beat up those poor mimes. It's very mean. So Shakes disguises himself as a mime, and he goes to a mime class to hide out. And this is where our near and dear, life muse comes in, played by...
you want me to say it?
I wanted you to say it.
Robin Williams.
Robin Williams as Mime Jerry, credited in the movie as Marty Fromage. It's rumored that Williams was not terribly pleased with the movie, so he did not want his name in the credits. Maybe that's the case. I don't know. But, yeah, he is not officially credited in that movie. But he's in there, and you can tell it's him, and his scene's very funny. He's a very angry mime instructor who gives Shakes a really hard time because he can tell Shakes is just a birthday party clown in disguise. And it's pretty...
But he lets him stay.
He lets him stay. He just gives him a really hard time while instructing the class on some kind of gross mime work, which is pretty funny.
Ladies do something different.
Yes, he says, now we're going to do a mime called puberty. Gosh, then what happens? Then Shakes finally manages to find his buddies. They figure out that his girlfriend has now been kidnapped because she didn't show up for work. So they got to go find her. You've seen the movie. You know how it ends.
It was Binky.
Binky the clown, man. Binky and his cartoon circus show.
Tries to kill her on camera.
In front of children because he's that evil of a clown.
He's
even got a rat tail.
I didn't notice that.
Yeah, I only just noticed that. Like, he's a clown who wears a wig of just jet black hair, and he's got a rat tail growing off his clown wig. Terrifying.
So they save the day. Binky gets arrested.
And Shakes gets the show.
And Shakes gets to be a TV clown.
And if you notice,
he hires his friends.
He bought that special suit from that clown shop where that guy
I didn't notice that. That's cool.
The guy said, you'd have to do 1,000 birthday parties to save up to buy a suit this nice, Shakes the Clown.
I didn't notice that. That's funny.
That's the same suit. Yeah, most people don't. I only noticed it because I've seen the movie once a year since 1991. You
did remark, I've never seen that before a couple times in the film.
Oh, yeah, like in the police station.
Yeah, the police station was hilarious.
That was really hilarious.
There's a great moment where in the background, there's like they start to see... Well, that's the interesting thing is like Bobcat Goldthwait knew what he was going to do because they start the scene with that guy in front of the camera and then they take him away from the camera, and as they cross to the back of the frame, Shakes and the other people come in
and have their scene, or the
cops
and did you guys have pastrami for lunch? Well, I had a salad.
And so this prisoner is being sort of fighting. He's being belligerent in the background, and a cop just full on draws a gun and puts it to his forehead to calm him down.
Hilarious. And I've never noticed that. In all the times I've watched this movie, I've never noticed.
And it's very much a background thing, and they don't call a ton of attention to it.
Yeah. But it's very funny.
I want to address the bar.
The bar. Yeah. The twisted balloon.
Yeah. So the bar where his girlfriend works, by the way, she wants to be a professional bowler. That's her dream.
Yes. A pretty bowler like you could have anyone in this town.
Yeah. The bar is kind of it's only clowns in this bar.
Yeah.
I feel like they missed an opportunity where I missed hearing it, but for somebody to say, somebody get this clown out of here.
That's very true.
I feel like they did do a thing where a guy walked into the back room and he goes, "You clowns are doing cocaine or whatever.
You clowns are on dope."
Yeah, that's what it was. So I thought that was kind of funny, but so it's kind of like in TV shows and movies when there's like a cop bar.
Yeah.
Hey, you're a firefighter. You can't be in here. This is a cop bar. Like that kind of thing, but it was like a clown bar.
Just all birthday party clowns.
Again, another missed opportunity where like a cop could have come in and they could have been like, go to the cop bar down the street. This is the clown bar.
I like it. Well, maybe they'll make a Shakes 2.
Let's remake it.
Whoa.
With Bobcat Goldthwait and Tom Kenny.
Wow.
How cool would that be? And Julie Brown.
I mean...
Bring the cast back.
I'm down.
Everybody but Florence Henderson and Robin Williams.
Oh. What about Milton Berle? Is Milton Berle still with us?
I don't he's got it. If he is, he's older than dirt.
I'll find out. One of his lines is one of my favorite lines of my entire life, which is when it first shows Peppy the Clown, the one who's about to lose his TV show.
Yeah.
That Binky's about to inherit.
And,
he signs off for the last time, and Milton Berle and the other lady clown next to him, they like toast to him. And Berle says, "Here's to shit in your nose." I always thought that was hilarious, because no clown would want poop in their nose.
I thought when they cut to the dog, I thought you were going to say your favorite line is when they cut to the dog and the woman goes,
that part is also hilarious.
After the show, he's going to fuck that dog.
He's gonna fuck that little dog. Poor
Apparently,
dog.
that's a line in a song.
Really?
Yeah, System of a Down, I think.
Oh, really?
Yeah, they put that line in one of their songs.
That's hilarious. I never would have known that. As soon as that camera turns off, he's gonna fuck that little dog. We lost Milton Berle in 2002, before social media.
Oh boy,
isn't that weird?
What a world!
What a world! What a world! So there's Shakes the Clown. If you're listening to this and you haven't watched it, do watch it. It's funny. It's not very long at all.
It did not seem long. How long was that, you think?
It's good on jokes. Maybe an hour 20 or something. I've got
it's pretty. Here, I got it right here.
But yeah, funny little movie, and it'll. I'm not saying it's the greatest movie ever, but it will make you laugh.
1 hour 27 minutes.
Whoa, I was so close.
So they had Bobcat Goldthwait, Julie Brown, Blake Clark.
Blake Clark.
That's the Stenchy. Paul Dooley, you'll recognize.
Yeah, I love Paul Dooley.
Robin Williams. Kathy Griffin.
Florence Probably
Henderson.
The first thing I ever saw Kathy Griffin in. Whoa, dude.
Tim Kazurinsky, who we discussed, you and I off podcast discussed that he and Bobcat Goldthwait are in Police Academy 2, 3, and 4.
Oh, yes. Sweet Chuck from the Police Academy movies.
Tom Kenny.
Yeah, the greatest.
Sidney Lassick, who was Peppy the Clown. You've seen him in a bunch of stuff.
Yeah, wasn't he in Don't Tell Mom the Babysitter's Dead?
Sure.
I'll double check.
Joel Murray as the Milkman. You'll have recognized him from some stuff.
One of the Murray brothers, right? One of Bill Murray's younger brothers, if I'm not mistaken.
Adam Sandler. So Johnny Silver is that tailor, and he's in like a bunch of Mel Brooks stuff and like old movies.
Oh, nice.
But he was like in Spaceballs and History of the World and just a bunch of TV. He did a bunch of TV shows. And Barney Miller and whatnot.
Johnny Silver.
Who else is in this movie? I think that's pretty much it that I know of.
I like that Tom Villard is credited as Dirthead in Car. I'm assuming he's the guy that they pull over to when Shakes is hitchhiking in the middle of the night. And they pull over and Shakes goes to get in and he just says, "F you, clown," and they speed away. That's the only Dirthead I can think of in the movie.
LaWanda Page.
Yeah.
She's funny in it. She has another funny line, but I'm not going to repeat it, where she talks about peanut butter.
Right.
But that's a pretty funny line.
That's an extremely funny line.
Yeah.
I've probably gotten in trouble in school and back in the day for saying that line too loud.
No, really?
Maybe.
That's funny.
Because, in school, there's always that one kid who's like, "Oh, man, I got to watch this over the weekend. Let me tell you guys about it." I was kind of that kid.
I remember when we were kids, my brother was telling us about this movie. I don't know if he had seen it or if he'd just seen or heard about it or whatever. It was called Hamburger University.
How did I know? How did I know that? That's insane.
That's funny.
Oh, my God.
How did that happen?
I don't know.
What is going on in the world?
I guess Hamburger just is that kind of movie, huh?
Hamburger University, right? Is that what it's called?
Something like that.
And my brother told us about a line from it.
All right.
That had the F-bomb.
Oh, okay.
I think is what it was. And our mom not only rented it for us.
Nice.
She let us play hooky from school and rented that movie for us.
Well, the actual name is Hamburger the Motion Picture.
Okay.
Yeah. Wow. How did we both know that that's...
But they go to a college, a hamburger college.
Yes.
And I was uttering the line, but I was trying to bleep out the bad word.
Uh-oh.
I bleeped out the word before it and then said, yeah. So...
What's the line?
I can't remember. It was like... I can't remember. I can pull up on IMDb, see if it's in the quotes.
All right. Hamburger. How did I know?
That's craziness.
That was craziness just now. The only thing I can ever remember about Hamburger is a scene where I guess their dorms all have like hamburger beds in them, and all the pillows are shaped like a squirt of ketchup, a squirt of mustard, a pickle pillow, an onion pillow. And so I remember this one part. This guy, he's trying to convince his buddy that like he needs to get laid more often. So he holds this big green pickle pillow up in front of his crotch. He's like, "Don't you know if you don't use it, man, it gets all like overgrown and it gets lumps on it?" And I always thought that was funny.
The very first quote on IMDb.
Whoa, what is it?
"Put those cookies back, motherfucker." And I think I bleeped mother instead of fucker.
That's great. Put those cookies back. That's funny. No, I have a feeling I'll regret it, but I want to watch Hamburger the Motion Picture.
You know what? If we can do a UHF Hamburger, the Motion Picture double feature, I would be really happy.
Wowzers!
Let's see if we can even get it.
Is Dick Butkus in that? Are you still looking at the
Dick Butkus? Yeah, hold on a second.
I feel like that's the kind of movie where, like, a beloved sports hero would show up.
I think he's kind of a jerk in real life.
I mean, maybe he is, but he's beloved. He was on My Two Dads for all those years, and he wasn't even one of the two dads. He was like the neighbor guy or something.
Dick?
I could be totally wrong.
Butkus.
He might not have even been on My Two Dads.
Dick Butkus.
Butkus
was indeed in it.
He was in Hamburger the Motion Picture. Why can my brain remember that? And yet I don't even know who got elected president the other day. I tell you. Should we move on to our holiday special?
Sure. I was just checking to see if there's anybody else of note in here.
Catherine Zeta-Jones.
John Lovitz.
John Lovitz is in Hamburger,
the motion picture.
That's cool. By the way, I was joking when I said Catherine Zeta-Jones was in it. That is false. That was a Catherine Zeta joke.
Ha-ha!
See what I did?
Stop it. This guy, Charles Tyner, you've probably seen and stuff.
Charles Tyner. That's
Planes, Trains, and Automobiles, Cool Hand Luke. A bunch of other Wonder Years, Harold and Maude.
Show me a picture of him. Charles Tyner. Oh yeah, that guy has been in a bunch of stuff. Who was he in Planes, Trains, and Automobiles? I just watched that. Gus.
He's still alive, age 91.
Way to go.
Yeah, Kirk Douglas is still alive, huh?
Yeah, buddy.
How crazy is that?
Isn't he 99 or maybe
100? He hit 100. He just hit 100.
Hit 100. Kirk Douglas. Spartacus, ladies and gentlemen.
December 9th, 1916, age 100.
Incredible.
He's referred to on IMDb as cleft-chinned, steely-eyed, and virile star of international cinema.
I would say so.
Virile.
I would say, he's made it to 100 years old. That's virile, all right. That's one aspect of virile.
All right. Let's move on to our other short, our holiday film.
Yeah.
That, you know what?
Probably the best holiday film.
Well, let's talk about why
ever made.
Why we're talking about it today.
Because it's almost Christmas.
Well, besides that, we talked about this before. Like, every time we tell people to see this movie, like, people are like, "Oh, what's a good holiday movie?" And we tell people, they're like, "I've never heard of that," and we're like, "You're insane."
That's a shame. Well, it doesn't mean they're insane. It just means they haven't been paying attention.
Yeah, crazy people
haven't been paying attention. Now, then again, I only saw it when I was a little kid because I had HBO. And it would come on HBO every Christmas. And so maybe...
It's fantastic.
Maybe I was just so lucky to have HBO, and that's why I know what it is.
So we're talking about Emmett Otter's Jugband Christmas.
Yeah.
It was written and directed by Jim Henson.
In, 77, I think? Maybe 79. But I'm pretty sure it's a little older than both of us.
Emmett... Oops.
It's got one of my favorite songs ever. And then it's got another one of my favorite songs ever.
Well, and when they pair some of the songs together, it's even better.
Yeah.
It's written and directed by Jim Henson. It's based on a book. And it's a really familiar Christmas story anyways.
Yeah, a little bit. What's it kind of Gift of the Magi?
The Gift of the Magi.
Yeah.
It's very much the Gift of the Magi, I feel like.
But with adorable otters, who, by the way... Now, look, they couldn't use real otters in this movie. They had to use puppet otters. But there are times where these puppet otters are like rowing boats on actual water, and there are like bird puppets swimming around on the water or flying by, or there's one part where there's like a crane puppet just kind of like standing on one leg and watching the sunset.
Yeah.
When I was a little kid, I loved this movie because, hey, it's great, it's cute, and it's Emmett Otter and fun.
Music.
And then, at one point in my adulthood, I remember watching it and just thinking, I'm no expert on puppetry, but this has to be some of the greatest stuff ever. There's just so much detail, it blows me away.
Well, so for Muppet aficionados or puppet people, not people who are made out of puppets or whatever.
Oh,
Muppet
Man. You're out there, too, by the way.
Yeah, Muppet Man.
Muppet Man.
There's several styles of puppetry going on.
Very true.
There's the traditional kind of Muppet hand up the butt kind of thing.
There's some marionette action. There's some radio control.
There's black theater, not black. what's the word for it?
Black box,
where they're wearing all black,
and
they're controlling the puppets right in front of you, but you can't see them because they're wearing black.
Yeah.
So there's definitely those rabbits are what I'm thinking about.
The squirrels, the red squirrels.
Those ones that flip around. But the rabbits that do the little dance.
Well. Yeah, that's very funny.
But yes, the red squirrels do. I couldn't tell if I've never really understood it. Are those squirrels? Are they cats?
I think they're supposed to be squirrels.
Okay,
because they've definitely got squirrelish tails.
It would make a little bit more sense for woodland.
Yeah.
Woodland critters.
Yeah.
So in the on the DVD,
yeah,
and from the original broadcast, the movie is open and closed by Walt's dreaming.
Walt, you having a dream, buddy?
It's open and closed with Kermit.
Oh, see, on my DVD, the Kermit scenes are not included.
So I was watching Voodoo recently, and Kermit is not included on those. But on my DVD, he is. And Kermit is riding a bicycle.
Yeah.
And that's important because the reason why they made this movie?
Why?
This was the trial run for the Muppet movie.
Oh, cool.
Yeah, so that's how he got Paul Williams to do the music for this. This is the trial run for the Muppet movie, and then so when they made the Muppet movies, Paul Williams came back and did music for it.
Oh, that's excellent.
Yeah.
Real cool. Paul Williams from Phantom of the Paradise?
I don't know.
I'll assume that's who we're talking about.
I don't know what Phantom of the Paradise is. Why are you looking at me like that?
You don't know what Phantom of the Paradise is, Wes?
What's the Phantom of the Paradise?
It's probably one of the most nightmarish movies you'll ever experience.
Paul Williams.
It's basically Phantom of the Opera set in like a disco/punk club, and it is crazy.
I looked up Paul Williams. Among movies like The Muppet Movie and Secret of NIMH, Phantom of the Paradise is listed.
Sweet.
It was 3 years before Emmett Otter's Jugband Christmas.
Nice.
But now I'm thinking about the Riverbottom Nightmare Baan.
Well, I'm still thinking about the Frogtown Hollow Jubilee Jug Band, because that's where our movie starts.
Yes, that's true.
Emmett Otter is a cute little sort of,
Well, it starts with them rowing. He and Ma Otter rowing.
Yeah, they're rowing their boat.
What was they singing about?
They're singing
about that bathing suit she wore.
Your Grandma Otter's bathing suit. Yeah, I love that one. So they're singing a song about a bathing suit. One of the lines is, oftentimes when it was hanging on the line, a tourist would mistake it for a circus tent. And it's about how Grandma Otter, I guess, was just such a big round woman that when she passed away, her bathing suit was turned into a whole bunch of different things because there was just so much bathing suit to go around. It's a very cute song.
Yeah.
And we learned that Emmett and his mom are pretty poor, and it seems like mostly what they do is they row their boat up and down the river, collecting laundry from rich people, and then they take it back up to their little hut, and they clean all the laundry, and then they row down river, and they give it back to the people and collect their money. But those rich people,
a little snooty.
They're very snooty, and they don't want to pay on time.
So I had it on.
Old Gretchen Fox doesn't want to pay on time.
Desi see the movie several times as well, because we watch it every Christmas. I know you watch it like multiple times a year. But we watch it. We just watched it at Christmas, never before Thanksgiving, and Desi was passing through the room, and she was like, "That Fox is a bitch."
She really is. She's such a mean jerk.
Yeah, she was. So the Gretchen Fox complains about a mark on a blouse or something.
Yeah, scorch mark,
and doesn't pay. So says, "I'll pay you later."
Remind me when I pay you next week. That jerk.
Yeah, right before Christmas Eve, even maybe.
Pretty close.
They give you the feeling it's within days because next week.
Well, I'm pretty sure
next week would be after Christmas.
I think Alice Otter says it's like 3 days till Christmas, if I'm not mistaken.
Maybe.
Something like that, or maybe a week, but I think she says 3 days.
But this thing could take place over 3 days because at the end they're closing everything up early because it's Christmas Eve, right?
That's true.
Yeah. So we also learned that they tend to barter a lot.
Yeah.
So she trades some knitted.
Ooh.
Mittens?
Freshly knitted wool socks. To Will Possum for some big old pumpkins.
Yep, which she's going to turn into a pie, and she's going to sell the pies so she can buy more yarn so she can knit more socks to trade for more pies.
Yeah.
Or pumpkins.
That's how they had to do it back then.
Yep.
In Frogtown Hollow.
Now, we also learned that Pa Otter is no longer with us.
No.
Pa Otter struggled his life as a traveling snake oil salesman.
Yep.
But you know what Pa always said?
There just aren't that many people looking to oil a snake. I thought you were going to join me on that.
Oh, no, I wanted you to be able to say it.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
And he left Emmett a pretty handy-dandy toolbox because Emmett goes around fixing things for people, and they pay him very little money to do it.
Yeah, well, he...
Up 50 cents.
Yeah, I love that guy. What's his name?
Oh, man.
Wallace?
It was just on the tip of my tongue, and now it has escaped.
Wally.
I feel like it starts with a W.
A W. Is it Wallace? I don't remember.
No.
Hey, look, Emmett.
They're really biting
today. He's great.
Wendell the porcupine.
Thank goodness. Yeah, he's pretty great.
Yeah.
How he enunciates all of his words and everything.
Yeah.
So he approaches Emmett about doing a fence mending job for 50 cents.
For 50 cents.
They're like, wow, that's a lot of money. So,
and then there's also a joke about where Ma Otter says, like, didn't so and so pay you for breaking his steps
or fixing his
steps? And he goes, well, no, I had to fix them. I was the one who broke them. And my question is, how is a tiny little otter supposed to break steps?
Yeah.
Like, what could he have been doing that he broke somebody's steps?
My theory is it was the railing to the steps.
Maybe that's it.
But, so...
Sweet little Emmett.
And so you kind of find out that, like, I don't know that everybody's taking advantage of them necessarily. I think the rich people definitely are.
Yeah.
But, like, they're kind of in a circumstance where they keep getting kind of crapped on, and they're just so nice that they just put up with it. That's their lot in life. Yeah. So Emmett and Wendell go to fix the fence, and it's like the fence is like almost completely destroyed. They're like, it's not a mending. It's a complete rebuild or something like that. Yeah,
this isn't repairing. This is rebuilding. And then what's her name? Who is it? Muskrat?
Yeah.
I think it's a muskrat. She goes, don't just stand around, boys. You got work to do.
So,
God, I love that movie.
Emmett and his mom are walking through town, and he sees a fancy guitar with pearl inlay.
Oh, yeah.
He really wants. He's like, that's what you could get me for Christmas, but it's $40.
Is it $40?
$40.
Oh, my gosh.
And so, of course, they're like, oh, we can't afford that. Now, Emmett is sad because his mother sings, and she had to a long time ago hawk everything away, including their piano.
Yeah.
And the only thing left that they have of his father's was the tool chest, the toolbox. And anyways, they hear separately about the Christmas
talent show.
The Christmas talent show.
The Frogtown Hollow Christmas Eve talent show. And the prize is
$50.
$50.
Now Emmett's like teamed up with his buddies, 3 other guys.
Yeah. Well, his buddies tell him about it, and they're like, we could start a jug band and split the money, and that's only $12.50 a piece.
Because Wendell can play
can blow a jug. Well, you can blow a jug, Wendell.
That's one of those guys. I think the kazoo one is Jim Henson.
Yeah, he plays kazoo and washboard scratching.
The other one does a cigar box banjo.
Yeah.
And then Emmett's like, well, what about me? What can I do? And they're like,
you're going to play washtub bass.
And that's because...
Well, because your mom's got the washtub.
So, but he's like, no way, I'm not doing it, and that's final. Because it would force me to put a hole in Ma's wash tub, and that's of course how she makes her money, is doing all that washing. Now let's address hole in the wash tub, because Ma and Emmett have a song earlier called Ain't No Hole in the Wash Tub. One of my favorite songs. Ain't no hole in the wash tub, slipping and a sliding in the mud.
It's a good song. It's about like counting your blessings and keeping your eyes on the positive things.
Yep.
One of my favorite lines is, if you look to the good side, falling down's a free ride.
Yeah.
And that line always tickled me, because it's like, like no matter how bad things get, focus on the positive things. You're going to feel a lot better, and you're going to be able to, pick yourself back up.
Yeah.
I love that tune.
They talk about, what is it? There's a line, something, berries on the shrub, cookies in the kitchen.
Watermelon gardens, berries on the shrub, cookies in the kitchen, when there ain't no hole in the wash tub.
Yep.
I love that
You'll have
song.
just the things you need.
Yeah.
So
I'd love some.
It's a great song.
And berries.
There's a whole thing where Emmett and his mom like slide around on the ice together, and
that's one of my favorite scenes because it taught me how to marionette walk.
Yeah.
I'll show you when we're not.
So Ma
above somebody.
Ma hears about the
talent
show, but she's like,
friend.
I can't do it because I don't have a costume to wear.
Yeah.
I can't go in these rags. So she's like, there's no way I can do it. Well, then they start thinking. And she thinks, well, with $50, I could buy Emmett the guitar with the pearl inlay. And Emmett's thinking, well, I can't buy a piano for $12.50. He's got to split with his friends.
Yeah.
But I could put a down payment down on a piano.
Down payment on a piano for $12.50.
So Emmett figures out, I'll just have to do the wash tub and maybe there'll be enough to fix it or buy her a new one.
Yeah.
And Ma figures out, well, if I hawk the tools that Pa left, I get the material and make a dress.
Wow.
And that's what they do.
And Emmett has to put a hole in the wash tub by hammering a nail with a log.
Yeah, and it's a really defining moment of the thing. They really like focus on him making that decision and finally like putting the nail in. It's actually a little heartbreaking.
Oh yeah. It's got that sound effect with it.
Yeah.
Can't even describe it here.
Yeah, it's echoey and yeah.
So then
they practice.
We cut to the treehouse where Emmett and his buddies, the Frogtown Hollow Jubilee Jugband, are practicing another one of my favorite songs, Barbecue.
Yeah, it's a good one. Their version is better than someone else's version. I'm just gonna say before we go too far,
it is leaps and bounds better.
Before we go too far, because this is a movie that not a lot of people know about, I would like us to get to the talent show and then not say how it ends.
All right, cool.
Not really talk about the talent show either too much.
Yeah. Well, we missed the introduction of some pretty important characters.
Yes, the Riverbottom Boys.
When Emmett and his mom are looking at the guitar in the window.
Yeah.
A jalopy full of hooligans.
Yeah, with the snake.
Shows up. It's a gang led by a bear.
Yeah.
He's got a snake for a friend.
Yeah.
He's got a
fish lizard guy.
A fish that keeps spitting water on people. Yeah. He's got a lizard. Wait, a snake, a lizard, and then there's like the
lizard's actually all right.
Weasel. Is it a lizard or is it a frog?
I think he's a.
I always thought he was a frog or maybe a toad.
Frog. He just has kind of a lanky body, but those Muppet frogs all kind of had lanky bodies. So.
Yeah, but
he was the nice one.
He's the nicest of them all.
Picks up the painting, sort of.
If they didn't want him to roll, they shouldn't have made these things round. Yeah, but then the Weasel's the
Weasels. Yeah, the Weasel and Chuck. Chuck is not a good guy.
The jerks. So they go in and they
Riverbottom gang.
Yeah, the Riverbottom jerks, and they start messing around in the music store, and they wind up letting a whole drum set roll out the door and breaking stuff, and they crash their car into a nice fruit stand. And
yeah,
they're bad dudes, man. Riverbottom.
So
I'm hungry.
So barbecue gets sung.
Yeah,
they practice it up,
and the Riverbottom band comes by on their snowmobiles, and Chuck says he sees them up there in the treehouse, and he says,
"Look at the birds up in the trees."
We're not birds. We're a jug band.
That's a pretty good impersonation, actually.
I think that guy's Harvey, if I'm not mistaken. Right?
Yeah, I don't know.
I think Harvey is the one that Henson does the voice of.
Yeah.
And what's the other guy's name? I forget, but he barely talks.
So that happens.
Yeah, and Emmett's like, yo, we better keep practicing this song, you guys, because we got to win.
And Ma practices her song.
Yeah, and makes a dress.
And
her friend.
And then they go off to do the
Frogtown Hollow Christmas Eve talent show.
And it's got a great ending.
Yeah.
It's got a couple more songs that are really, really good.
Really good songs. Brothers is a great song.
Brothers and Our World.
Our World's a beautiful
both
song.
Great songs. Our World was on that Muppet album where they had all the people cover songs. Like when the Jason Segel Muppet movie came out, they released the Green Album.
Really?
And it has like OK Go covers the Muppet Show theme, and it's got a whole bunch of different people. And
never heard of this.
And Our World is covered as well.
That's awesome.
Yeah.
I wonder who sings Our World.
I'll tell you in a second because I have it.
We're closer now.
Yeah, you sing it.
Than ever before.
Like we're long lost brothers. Songs. Our World. That's not N.
Our World? It's a beautiful tune. But you don't want to talk about how the movie ends, huh?
I think we should just the reason why I don't want to talk about it is because I want people to go and watch it. And this is a situation where normally, like on the podcast, people have already watched the movie. But in this case, we didn't say ahead of time that we were going to talk about it. And not a lot of people have seen this film. You can rent it really cheap on iTunes or on Vudu. You can buy it really cheap on Vudu.
If you know me, I'll bring it over and watch it with you because I love it that much. Should we close out the show with me singing Barbecue and you closing the show?
We can. Just one second. I want to tell you who does Our World.
I'll get warmed up. Oh, man. Now I'm kind of getting hungry for barbecue.
If you want to know, Rainbow Connection with Haley Williams and Weezer.
Oh, nice.
Our World, My Morning Jacket.
Whoa, really?
Yeah.
I got to look that up.
It's nice. I'll play it for you.
That sounds like a really wild combination.
I'm going to go back there someday. Actually, I don't like all of because it's funny. You hear the songs. It's nothing against the artists, but the definitive version are the Muppets versions. So, like, I'm going to go back there someday.
Yeah.
Gonzo does the only version that's really like soulful and moving, and he's got his goofy voice, but it like means something in that movie.
Yeah.
And
here they let Ja Rule do it.
Yeah, Rainbow Connection's okay, but again, like
who does I'm going to go back there someday?
That one is Rachel Yamagata.
Rachel Yamagata.
But there is one that is not as good as the movie, but it's pretty good.
Okay.
Matt Nathanson does I Hope That Something Better Comes Along, which is one of the best songs from the Muppet movie, I think.
That's cool.
I mean, it's a close second to Rainbow Connection.
Nice.
Yeah.
Real nice. Who does It's Not Easy Being Green? Having to spend each day the color of the leaves.
Yeah. Andrew Bird.
Being
Green.
Being Green. Man, lovely movie. So if you haven't seen Emmett Otter's Jugband Christmas,
highly recommend it.
You're living in a time when seeing it is just so very easy to do. If you've got kids, this is a great movie.
It's like 45
to show
minutes
your kids.
Max.
Yeah, it's very short.
It was a 1 hour TV show.
Beautiful. So. I usually have a good soft cry when I watch it.
It's pretty good. It's pretty emotional.
Yeah, it's very emotional. It's got a lot of great lessons in it. And it's just funny and fun to watch because all the puppetry's so cool.
They sure are biting today.
Hey,
Emmett. Yeah.
Half of 50 cents. I love when they're rehearsing in the tree fort. And Emmett's like, all right, guys, let's run the song one more time. And Harvey's like, gee, I don't know. I think we kind of did it enough. Blah, blah, blah. And Emmett's like, well, there's a prize, and, like, I kind of really need to win it. I mean, I did put a hole in my mom's wash tub. And Harvey says something real snarky, and Emmett just goes, are you ready, Harvey? like he's just not putting up with any more of Harvey's BS that day, baby.
Yeah.
Silly stuff. Harvey.
Well, that's going to wrap it up for the year.
Oh, man.
We didn't do a ton of podcasts this year.
Not a whole lot. We were very busy this year.
We were really busy.
We were very busy
I'm gonna make some,
separately as boys.
I'm going to make some extra time next year, and I have a feeling I can have faith in you that you'll join me. Hopefully we'll have some good surprises in store. Maybe we'll have a UHF/Hamburger, the
That'd
motion picture.
Cool. Should we draw from the Muppet Bucket?
So I was thinking about that.
Oh, man.
Do we want to draw from the Muppet Bucket, knowing that, you're not even going to be back until sometime in January?
We should still draw so we know what to watch next.
Okay.
And we just talked about a movie with Muppets in it. We should draw from the Muppet Bucket.
All right. Let me go get the Muppet. Hold on.
Go for it. I'll sing barbecue. When you meet somebody and they don't like soul food, they still got a soul. And it don't mean that you got no rhythm if you don't like rock and roll. Walt loves that song. But if your taste like mine, you like cider, not wine, and your very favorite thing to do is get a purty girl dancing to jug band music and a mess of mama's barbecue. Ba-dum-dum-dum barbecue lifts my spirits. I swear that it never fails. And the sauce mama makes just stays there forever if you dare to get it under your Walt. Walt the dog has woken up from my singing, which I think is a good sign. He looks very relieved to have heard me sing. And now he's falling back to sleep. I can't wait to see what the Muppet Bucket brings us. Oh, Muppet Bucket, bring us a happy new year.
All right, here we go. Steve.
The bucket, huh? I always love the way Kermit's face stares at me while I
mean, I could put Beaker.
Mix around. Somebody somebody sent me a video link the other day. It was a moment from the old Muppet Show of Beaker singing along with the Electric Mayhem, and they're singing a song by the Smiths. I think it was what's it called? William. I swear it was nothing or something like that. It's pretty funny. All right, I got me a piece of paper here.
All right, what you got?
Got me a piece of paper, and it says the Lunchbox.
The Lunchbox, awesome.
Like where Roseanne worked?
No, not like where Roseanne worked. Did they own that place? Was that their they owned it, right?
I think it was she started working there and then she bought it, or maybe she did start it as her own place.
Yeah. It was like ground meat sandwiches and stuff, like Sloppy Joe's, right?
Yeah.
No, it's a foreign film.
A foreign film.
It's an Indian film.
All right.
I really like this film. I'm not going to talk too much about it. So it is subtitled, but in India, they say 100% of the population speaks English. So it's kind of half English, half Indian. All right. Subtitled, so it kind of goes back and forth. Trust me, people, you absolutely want to watch this movie. It is fantastic. It's stellar.
Yeah,
it's really, really great.
I'm
glad this got picked.
All right, so watch The Lunchbox over your holiday vacation.
It will make you so happy that you watched it.
All right, cool. And then we'll watch it, and we'll record our next episode about it.
Yep, in January, early January.
And for crying out loud, watch Emmett Otter's Jugband Christmas. If you haven't already, it will make your heart smile.
Yeah. All right.
I'm going to sing the second verse of Barbecue while you take us out.
Go for it.
Now you
Folks,
may be poor with a wolf.
Thanks for joining us.
But money isn't everything.
We've had a blast.
Got the sun and a river full of fun, and you
doing the show.
To sing, but if you, I forgot it.
Oh, I was trying to give you.
Wipe the frown off your face. We're going to replace it with a grin and a dream come true.
He does a good job.
That's a pretty girl dancing to jug band music and a mess of mama's barbecue.
He's good.
Barbecue. It lifts my spirits. I swear that it never fails. Did you say Bon Cinema?
No, I was waiting for you. I was going to say it right when you finished.
But the sauce mama makes just stays there forever if you dare to get it under your nails.
Everyone, Bon Cinema.